If there's one Office episode that you would love to have the interactive element so that we could choose different things and for different characters to do different things, what Office episode would it be? Hey, what's up, guys? Jake Hamilton here. Just had the chance to chat with the incredibly funny and talented Ellie Kemper. You know her from Kimmy, Schmidt on Netflix and a slew of incredible films, and obviously as Erin from The Office. Right now, I'm doing my best to land as many fun, cool, at-home celebrity interviews as possible because obviously we're not traveling the world like we normally are. So if you don't already, do me a favor, go down, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Not only have I done some pretty cool ones so far, check out my interview with John Boyega and Daniel Radcliffe, but I also have some pretty cool ones lined up ready to go that I cannot wait to share with you. So if you don't already, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and if you don't already, do me a favor, head on over to Instagram, follow me at Jake's Takes. I'm always posting cool, fun clips and pictures and stories and entertainment headlines that you'll want to see. But for now, enjoy my interview with Ellie Kemper. Chicago. Ellie, first of all, how are you doing? How's the family? Is everyone good and safe?
Everyone is good and safe. Thanks for asking. I hope you're okay too.
Yeah, we're all good. Everyone's good. Everyone's happy. I've got to tell you, I love the interactive element of this because sort of like life, there were so many moments where I was freaking out because you have to make like genuine choices one way or the other. I'm wondering, what is a moment you've had in your life where you had to choose one or the other, where you almost wish you could go back, choose the other way just to see what would happen if you went like a sliding doors, if you could go the other direction?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. That has huge repercussions. Okay, I have to think about that one. I feel like, do you know what I would do? Because this is very present in my brain right now. I have two little boys. And I think with my older son, who's 3, basically I sort of sleep trained the second one really well, not to brag. And with James, my older one, I think I would have gone back and I would have been a little stricter about the sleep training.
Oh, that could have massive ripple effects.
I will tell you, the fact that both boys are sleeping through the night during this quarantine has been a huge blessing because I would be losing my mind if I weren't sleeping. So anyway, I got straight to it.
You did well.
Yeah, thank you.
You did very well. So I love John Hamm in this, and the whole series, he's amazing. And one of the things I always tell people is just how fun. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him before, and he's so unbelievably funny. He doesn't give enough credit. But I was hoping that you could clarify something. Was he your high school theater teacher?
Yes, he was. He went to my high school, went to college, graduated college, and then came back to teach theater at my high school for a year. And I was one of the lucky people who got to be his student. So yeah, isn't that crazy?
So for the longest, was he Mr. Hamm to you for the longest time?
Yes, sir. And then I remember because I went to Los Angeles, years later when I was putting on my little one-person show, and I emailed John Hamm. I think it was the first season of Mad Men at that point. And I was like, on the off chance that you're around and want to come see a one-person show by your former student. And that man, donning his St. Louis Blues hat, he came to the show. He was in the front row. I was a little miffed because he stole focus a bit. People were like, oh, John Hamm's in the audience. Bless him. He can have all the focus he wants. It was so nice of him to come see my show. And he's just like, he's the best. He's like an uncle. He's just, I agree with you. Like to so many of us, he's Don Draper. He's just like this, enigmatic, like just sort of dark, dramatic character. But then he plays these comedy figures with no effort. And it's just so funny. He's so great as the Reverend.
He's great. Your show, and then he was great in 30 Rock and Bridesmaids. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
There were a couple of moments where whenever you kind of come to a fork in the road where I always wanted to choose like the weird choice just to see what would happen. And I know you guys had to film every possibility imaginable for everyone to choose. Were there any things that you had to film, any choices you had to film where you kind of judged the person, were like, okay, if someone chooses this, like something's wrong with them?
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, even there's one for Frederick and Kimmy. It's make out or plan wedding, I think, and I'm like, you sickos, you just want to watch. But I think, there's some of them you have to watch Titus take a nap. I mean,
yes.
Things like this. But yeah, you of course judge away.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I just finished, and I'm genuinely not exaggerating when I say this, probably the 12th or 13th rewatch of The Office, just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this interactive element, and you guys do a great job with it. If there's one Office episode that you would love to have the interactive element so that we could choose different things and for different characters to do different things, what Office episode would it be?
It might be Pam and Jim's wedding, maybe, just because I feel like there's so much fodder there, and it has to be one of the longer episodes, and then we have to see, where I think the name of that episode was Niagara. So there's so many different routes that show could have taken, that specific story. Although, as soon as I just said the word roots, I thought of the bus episode where it's like office bus office. What is it? Office
where they go get pies?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like that could have. I don't know how many directions the bus episode could have taken, but I feel like there was a lot going on in that episode. At least behind.
I would pay to see that. Well, seriously, I've always wanted to interview you. Hopefully we'll get to do it in person one day, but I'm really happy to see that you're doing well. And thank you for giving us something fun to do in this time, because trust me, we all need it. You're the best.
It's an honor to be a part of that. And thank you for talking with me, and continue to stay safe.
Will do. You too. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Jake. Bye.
Bye-bye.